Shalom to you, like giving all praise and honor and glory to you. How about Shem Shine, by Shem Dash, and give it double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Who well, peace and salutation to the elect. Shem Mappa is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. How about I'm a Madi Mike, come a lesson, little RB lesson. And this lesson just going into the fact that is probably not told to most individuals. Me myself, you'll hear about cows or cows, coos, and being, or different livestock, being chickens being V'd up. Okay, we'll use that term. Different antibiotics, different things of that sort. But also you have the fish themselves, and the fish themselves are too. Now I have to check on this, but you have it. They check into these different things. And this is E's way. All right, so when you getting all these different foods and stuff, a lot of these foods are being, of course, touched with the V. Okay, I thought that the fish, which just to give y'all the Hebrew word, if y'all want to say fish in Hebrew, as we do know we Hebrew Israelites, the Hebrew word for fish is dag or dug. All right. Like if you know the idol Dagon, that they have it in Roman Catholics. With they hat and all of that, and you see with the Jesus with the fish, that's just Dagon worshiping idols. All right. So this the Hebrew word here is a da and a ga, which is dog. All right, by Barya. All right, fish. Okay. And even that has been tampered with. Okay. You go into the store. Hey, you made the wild caught, man. Hey, something has happened with it. We're gonna look into that a little bit more, but this is off of Alkaline Zen. The particular he's an Israelite, definitely. He's not a Hamite, but he brings out a lot of information. He is a follower of the Dr. Sebi teachings and runs a shop with Dr. Sebi's son, okay, and such, and sells a lot of different Ishabium or herbs, which most of the majority of people are sick, especially us as Hebrew Israelites. So they bring different detoxifying and different healing herbs, okay, which this isn't medical advice, but that's what is claimed by the individuals, okay. But this is what goes on, so I'm gonna play the video.
This is another heavy metal detox concern. People think fish is so much safer. Massive factories pumping and farming these animals out.
These are Atlantic salmon smolts being vaccinated at their Scottish Inchmore facility, one of the country's most advanced freshwater facilities. They start with an anesthetizing bath to knock them out. No one wants fish flopping around for this sort of precision treatment. Once they're out, these juveniles head around to be orientated upright and forward. Yes, fish flippers are a real machine. Then every fish is imaged, and this massive automated vaccinator positions each fish in line with its injector. This will administer a cocktail of vital vaccines as quickly as possible. And between its 8 injectors, this machine can vaccinate up to 18,000 fish an hour. Throughout this, highly trained technicians are monitoring the entire process. By the way, this process used to be done by hand, and at many farms it still is, which takes vets and techs weeks. Now vaccinated and still a bit groggy, these fish head back to the hatchery's tanks to recover and return to a normal feeding schedule. So broadly speaking, why are salmon farmers vaccinating their fish? Bacterial and viral diseases aren't typically an issue in the hatchery itself. It's a biosecure facility with little environmental interaction. Where fish will run into these pathogens is at sea. Salmon are transferred from these freshwater hatcheries to seawater pens once they reach a certain size, the same way they migrate in the wild. Ocean pens are obviously very exposed to the environment around them, which includes bacterial and viral pathogens.
So just going to showing you, all right, what's going on. Now it appears that some of it look like farm, but I have to double check. Different countries got different regulations. Are wild caught fish. You can look it up. You have it that they'll say that apparently wild caught are not, but yeah, farm ones, they are used to given this certain concoction to protect them from different various diseases. Not for fish living in their natural habitat. Wild fish do not receive any form of Sheratium, all right, or as we go into the V's, all right, as they are not mangled or managed or controlled in the same way as the particular farm fish. So it's something, of course, to consider, okay, when you eat fish and meat. Okay, now we're gonna check maybe something else.
Top to the Tuesday. Last time it was maggots in the chilies, and one meal led to her quad amputee. This is how dangerous foods can be. Listen to another doctor breaking down another one meal death.
20-year-old died of a condition that's commonly referred to as fried rice syndrome. This is a condition in which you have bacterial overgrowth if pasta or rice is left at room temperature for too long. In med school, we're taught the phrase, reheat rice, be serious, to remember which bacteria causes this condition. So how long is too long? You should not eat pasta or rice that has been left at room temperature unrefrigerated for more than 2 hours.
They'll just let you know some of the different dangers. Now, we know as us as Israelites, Israelites, they go to these, different places, get food, but we don't know the quality control practices that they do. Okay, I can show you videos of different food inspectors go, in the back and see Elam with some cheap devices, some cheap cheese. He allegedly is warming up but he left the whole cheese overnight, and the place is onions on the ground. It's the fryer's not clean that he's cooking on. And you will wonder why these different maggots, flies, and also a lot of foodborne disease will be in these foods that we be consuming. So it's best, Jake, be careful out here. Be very careful. So this is gonna be in the book of Philippians chapter 4, and 6. It says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known unto the power." Okay, and we have to go by faith, when we eating these different foods. All right, to pray, over our foods, and pray that we don't get ill, because it's only through the mercies of the Lord that we're not consumed. You have it. Dude could have sold you, some food from last week, and just packed it up. You have it, packed it up and gave it to you a lot of food. Maybe it's because it's old food. Okay. This is Malachi 3:6. "For I am your Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." Why we're not destroyed. Okay. are consumed, which go back to kala, which it just means to put to an end, or being destroyed or exterminated. It's because the Lord don't have an end to all the people, and the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and mercy on Israel. Okay. Okay, and that's just it. This is Psalm chapter 47:4. It says, "He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved." All right, and the Lord has loved, of course, the Israelites. All right, despite the fact that we have been disobedient to our power, but they have the remnant of that elect coming back. All right, and they're using better practices to the best of their ability. Not to be living these super sickly lives, and choosing death instead of life. This is Isaiah chapter 14:1. "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them," which is Israelite foreigners, "and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." The Israelite foreigners that have been astray and been scattered, and haven't been walking in the law, statutes, commandments, they will return, okay, to their ways, okay, the elect of them on this side, okay, and they will be following a higher standard, okay. But yeah, we would eat these defiled, as it tell you again in Ezekiel, the 4th chapter, in the 13th verse. It says, "And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, the Israelite foreigners, eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them." And you have it where, like I say, you have it with Eve, with his science, his pseudo-science. He believes that, he has to take what is normally wild occurring and then take control of it in different pens and farms, and you got to put these different things in them to make sure that the health of that is being regulated and fine for people. Okay, so not only you have to worry about E wanting to shoot you up by coursing you by the way of different threats, by a system to be able to operate within it, and making it mandatory and such in some cases, but also different foods. If he don't get you that way, he'll get it with the foods, okay, because pretty much foods are drugs. That's why you have a FDA. All right. Drugs is food. All right, so that's the deal, man. So we just putting that out there. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right, so he will speak, of course, great things against the Most High. All right. So that's gonna be it for now. Shalom to the elect.